Hello there.
Guys, sorry about my voice today, it's a little bad. Welcome back to another video with A Simple Caveman, my new channel name. And if that clip is too relatable for you guys, well then I'm going to teach you how to survive hunts. So, let's get started. Alright, so before we hop into a game, first thing that I want to talk about is the three items. So there's three main ones. And then obviously there's other stuff too, but mainly these three. We got the crucifix, very important. Sanity, very important. And then smudge. And to use smudge sticks, side note, you have to have a lighter. Then for each one, there's obviously tiers. I'm on tier 2 for all this stuff right now, currently. I can go into depth more in another video. The different tiers of items. I'm going to talk about that in a future video coming up. And if you want to learn how to gather evidence with these 6 items, you can check out my previous video. So, before we go in there, I just want to mention a couple things. So, this is obviously crucifix, right there. And then we have smudges. This one, tier 2 one, actually slows the ghost for a second, which is pretty cool. And then sanity pills. These are important to keep this up right here. This is your sanity. As your sanity gets lower, the ghost has a higher chance to hunt and a higher ability to hunt. And that starts for all ghosts no matter what at 50%. Some ghosts, like a demon, can start at 70% because demons are more prone to hunting. And they can hunt a lot quicker than other ghosts. That's another key feature of a demon. I'm going to do more videos on the different characteristics of each ghost in a future time. But right now, that's how you keep your sanity up, by taking sanity pills. Very important. But then we are going to go in there. I usually always grab these 3. EMF, figure out where it is. Flashlight, kind of important so you can see. And then camera so I can take pictures of stuff. And then these are our objectives right now. I'm going to have a video soon about how to most efficiently get a perfect game, and what you have to do to get a perfect game. It's really worth it if you get a perfect game because you get a lot of extra money. Oh, it's a music box. Okay, that's actually kind of good because then we could start a hunt later, so I can demonstrate some stuff. Okay, well let's find out where this ghost is. While I'm doing this, I'm also gonna look for the bone. Bone's part of how you get a perfect game. You have to get you have to find the bone. This is the bone right here. There we go. Okay. So, the music box, because I found that one for the curse item, that's probably one of my least favorite ones. It shows you where the... We could just use it right now, honestly. And then we could just find out where the room is. It's just my least favorite one because it's very, you could screw it up very easily and die. So let's, let's grab a smudge stick so we can protect ourselves no matter what, and then we'll do music box and figure out where the ghost is. And that's also going to lower my sanity, so I can show you what the sanity pills look like too. So, smudge stick, and then need a lighter. Whenever you have a smudge stick, you always need a lighter. If you don't have the lighter, it's useless. So, it's kind of a two-handed thing. You gotta have both. Alright, so we'll put this there, and I'm just gonna chuck the flash right there. Okay. So with music box, when I start playing the music, the ghost is gonna start singing. I'm gonna have a video eventually about each cursed item, but for now, music box. When you play it, the ghost is gonna start singing, and then you can use that to figure out where the ghost is. And the problem with the music box that I always get worried about is if you get too close to the ghost with a music box, then it starts cursed hunt. And cursed hunts are a little bit longer than regular hunts, and they're just, you know, it's a hunt, so it's dangerous. Alright, let's go. Hopefully we don't die. Where is it? It's definitely downstairs. That's annoying. Because I don't hear it singing. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, it's in the garage. Side note of something I forgot to say in the video. The reason I knew it was hunting is because the lights flickered. Ghost. You started a hunt, so. Oh god. Alright, so this right here is how you loop a ghost. And then let me just explain what I'm doing right here a little bit better, real quick. So, what I was doing was I was just making sure that no matter what, that counter was between me and the ghost so that it can't get me. And that's just a little bit of how you loop. There's a little bit more to it than that, but that's just a basic overall. I'll have another video in the future on just how to loop, but not just surviving hunts in general. That was just a little demonstration. I think it's the garage, but it came from downstairs. So, that's weird. It might have been because I was right here. I could actually hear. I think it's the room underneath down there. Which kind of stinks, actually, but that's okay. Let's go take sanity. So, that was what the music box does. It's good for just figuring out where the ghost is. That's about it. And the problem with... And I think I did it there, too, but it's hard to tell. Because your sanity gets really low, so I might just start a hunt. But... right there, I went down. Oh, that's probably EMF level 5, actually, right there. So, this is... you don't always want to do this because it's risky sometimes. But usually, when you see a big spike like this, and then like plateaus like that, or like that, that's a hunt because it's level 10. But like that, and like that, that usually means it was an EMF level 5. Anyway, it might actually be a poltergeist because I did see it chuck that one thing really far. Future Zach here. It was actually a poltergeist, and I knew that because it chucked those items so far. Or at least, I guess I didn't know that, but I thought that it could be that because the item got chucked. If you go back, both those items got chucked so far, and poltergeists like to throw items, and they'll throw them really far. So, that's why. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to that or not, but okay. I'm not going to mark it because I don't want to screw myself up, but that's just a little side note. So with music box, if you get too close, it'll start a hunt because it like manifests itself and you can see it, and that's where if you get too close, it'll start a hunt. So it's hard to use music box sometimes, and it's probably my least favorite one, to be honest. My favorite one's got to be like maybe tarot cards or something like that, just because it can help you just get activity from the ghost, which is really useful. So that right there, I was at 20%. It added 40% if you have it on the default amount for custom games. Or just if you're an amateur, I think it's 40%, and I don't know what it is for each one, but it adds sanity back. I think it's 40%, at least for if you're just regular default level for default difficulty. So that added 40%, and it did it like over time. And I'm gonna take one more just because I don't want to go all the way back to 100. So we'll wait a second, and then we'll be back up at 100, and then we could take some of this stuff in. Yeah, okay, we're good. So that right there, was a little bit on how to hunt, or how to start a hunt, because I showed just looping. Oh, it turned off the breaker, you stinky butt. So that means it's not a djinn. Because a little thing about djinns can never turn on the breaker. And a Hantus can never... Or no. Oh, I said that backwards. Djinns can never turn off the breaker. They always want it on because it helps with their ability. So they never turn it off. And then a Hantu will never turn on a breaker. So if you ever hear the breaker turn on, you can always immediately rule out a Hantu. So that's those two with the breaker. It wasn't here, right? Yeah, it's downstairs. Okay. I need a flashlight because it's so dark down there. I hate it when it's downstairs. You're so far away. And like for looping, it's hard because you have to get all the way back up here. There's nowhere to loop it down there, really. So it's just annoying. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it definitely threw a lot. Yeah, I think it's from... Yeah, it's definitely this one. I think it's gotta be. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're in here. Alright. Yeah, it's in here. Alright. And then let's go grab other stuff. Also gonna grab crucifixes so that I'll protect myself in case it decides to hunt while I'm down there. Because we're in a bad in a bad situation right down there. Just because of the spot we're in. So I'm gonna grab that real quick. Hopefully you guys are learning something from this video. If not, check out my previous video for other stuff. I'm going to be posting more videos in the future, obviously, to help out too, so be on the lookout for those. Why can't I? Okay, there we go. Weird that, I don't know why I wasn't letting me grab that, but that's weird. My voice sounds so bad right now, guys. I'm sorry. Jeez. Alright. Let's continue. So we'll bring these down there. So we're protected. Did it turn off the light? No, okay. Oh, we got some EMF. So you see that boundary? That's where the crucifix is protecting you. So since I have both of them, I want to spread them out as much as I can. It's like this, covers this whole room. And then it ends, actually I could just look. This side's going to end about over there through the door. So then we'll put that there. And I'll put this other one right there. So that we're protected in this whole area. So if the ghost decides to hunt within this little range right here, it'll burn the crucifix and we're safe. So that's what that is. Temperature is it right now? 40, okay. And then let's go grab more stuff. Oh wait, I'll put the book down. Oh yeah, book also has like a range thing too, but that's just it for interaction range. So, all right. All right. Bring this down there. Any fingies? Yeah, fingies. There we go. So that's fingerprints right there. We'll check for spirit box. Are you here? Are you close? Are you here?
Slips away.
There we go. Okay. That's spirit box right there. So we got spirit box and UV. So mimic, phantom, poltergeist. Okay, so it might be a poltergeist like how I was saying earlier. Okay, throw that there. We need more. We need to grab camera, so go do that. Turned off the breaker again. Okay, so yeah, definitely not a djinn. We already knew that because of the stuff, but just pointing it out. Sandy's pretty good right now, so that's good. EMF, firelight, motion sensor. Okay, so I do need this. Or wait, do I actually? I know because of Mimic. Mimic is the only ghost that has 4 pieces of evidence. So it has 3 that shows up, but with a Mimic, there's also actually orbs. So if you ever see 4 evidence and you're like, what the heck, what ghost is it? Mimic. It's always a Mimic. Because Mimics can change what ghost they're trying to pretend to be every couple minutes. And if you also have like one hunt that's different from other hunts, Mimic. Like if you have one hunt where it's like really fast, then a hunt's really slow, stuff like that. And you can think, oh, okay, maybe it's a Mimic. Let's check for that. And you can check for that by checking to see if you have all 4 of those. And if you're in like nightmare mode, it'll give 2 or like if you're in nightmare mode, it'll give 3 evidence instead of 2 and stuff like that. So Mimics are pretty easy to tell, but they can be really annoying sometimes because it could be mimicking another ghost and you have no idea. Okay, so we'd have to check for freezing temperatures, which is already in there. Ghost writing, it could be, can't be MF5. It could be dots. And then obviously it could be orbs. So we need orbs, dots, freezing temperatures there. Okay, so dots, this. And then we'll grab this to get some pictures. Alright, so how much are on the breaker before I go down there? Just because it's annoying when you can't see shit. They made this game so much darker recently. Beforehand, because I have my brightness on max just to help you see. And beforehand, you could pretty much see even with the lights off. Like this. Like you'd be able to see where I'm looking. Now, it's pitch black. They made it so dark. So. And then we'll put this right there. Oh, what is that? What level is that? That's 3. Okay. I have a feeling. Oh, it's writing. Yeah. I was right. It's a poltergeist. Oh, turn off the breaker again? Dude. Okay. So that's writing right there. I missed when it actually did the interaction because I wasn't in here when it did it, but so I was right. It was a poltergeist beforehand when it did that one throw. That was because that was a pretty big throw it did earlier, so it makes sense. And if you look, it's been throwing a lot of items, so that's another good tell. Alright, so now I just get to pretty much explain to you guys what to do for like surviving hunts, because I know what ghost is now, so we just gotta do that, and I can work on getting perfect game. So other stuff for surviving hunts, obviously you can loop it. Sandy pills keeps sanity up so they can't hunt. Then crucifix prevents hunts to begin with, so that's your safest bet to begin with. Besides that, I mean you can hide. Hiding is definitely an option, but the problem with hiding is if you forget to turn off, say, your flashlight, or if you're wearing a head cam or a headlight, and I don't have that with me right now, but if you have a headlight on, if say you forget to turn that off, any of those, or like just using your walkie on accident, all of that stuff will attract the ghost if it's within range to where you are for hiding. So most of the time you are better off doing a loop or just like looping the ghost around something so you're more protected. I don't know what I was doing. I lost my train of thought. I'll grab a motion sensor because I need that. What else was I doing? I need to grab that candle too, but okay. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was turning off the breaker. Or turning on the breaker, I mean. Another spot for looping is right here. You could do this couch, or you could do this counter. Pretty much anything where you can like run circles with the ghost, and you always want to be like crouched because it lowers its line of sight speed because it can't see you as well. Like it only can see, like if it's right there and it sees me, it gets a little speed boost because it sees me. So it's because it's trying to kill me, so it'll go a little bit faster. But if you go around this corner and you're crouched, then it loses that speed boost, it starts to slow back down, and then that's how you can kind of loop it. But really fast ghosts like a Morai or Thay, those, it's a lot harder to loop because they don't get line of sight speed. They're just fast to begin with. Like a Morai is, when you're at 0% sanity, because a more ice speed is entirely dependent on what sanity level you're at. A more ice speed, if you're at 0% sanity, is the fastest ghost in the game, and it's like, I think it's 3.2 meters per second. It's really fast. You cannot run that fast. So, yeah. And for looping, you always want to make sure you use your sprint, like, wisely. You don't want to be like, if you hold sprint all the way, you get this, like, tired thing, and that's not good, because then you'll get caught. So, gotta be careful with that. Other fast ghosts is Revenant. If you ever hear a ghost get really fast when it sees you, and then really slow the minute it doesn't see you, Revenant. Because Revenants get really fast when they see you, and really slow when they don't know where you are. Revenants are so easy to deal with, and it's such an easy tell when you get one. I haven't actually had a poltergeist in a while, which is kind of fun. So now you just gotta wait for the ghost to go for that. Make sure it's not a mimic real quick. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, we got a ghost event. And it shut the door on me. Level 4. Wow. Alright. I guess one other thing I could say. This one kinda helps, but not really. You can actually use a candle to lower the speed at which your sanity drains. Sanity only drains from ghost events like that. That was ghost event. And then when lights are off in the room, that stuff has your sanity drain, and that's how you lose sanity for the ghost start hunting. If you have a candle, that lowers the speed at which it'll lower. It used to be that candles would just you wouldn't lose sanity when you had a candle, but that was too OP, so they changed that now. See, right there, I lost some sanity because of that thing. And okay, we got the motion sensor, which is good. So I just need 2 more pictures, right? Yeah, 2 more pictures, and then blow out the firelight. So this is also a little bit of a guide of actually how to get a perfect game right here. But so you're getting 2 for 1 right now. Pretty nice if I was to say so myself. I kind of want to show you the crucifix thing. Hopefully we get a hunt. We're down there, and then I want to also show you what the smudge stick looks like when you use that too, and try to show you one more time a looping if I could. So we'll try to get that, and then we will be out of here. I didn't. Oh, I did. Okay, but I thought I didn't grab a lighter. Doesn't look like we've gotten a hunt yet, so. Alright, yeah. What'd you throw now? See, this is the newer one that I just unlocked. This one actually shows you where the EMF is coming from, which is so nice. Because you can figure out exactly what it was that it touched or whatever it did too. Did you touch the door recently at all? No. Bless me, sorry. Alright, there we go. We got all the objectives. Just need the other 2 photos. Right there. What did you... I don't know what it touched there. It must have been in this room over here. It's weird. Okay, touch the door. Oh, touch the door again. Where is the UV? There we go. That's a nice handprint right there. Look at that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I stepped in the last salt too, so. There we go. Perfect game. So that's a demonstration right there how to get a perfect game. Now, just gonna show you some stuff about the ghosts, and that's about it. Kind of sucks that we haven't gotten a hunt. Besides that one in the beginning there. Might just kind of sit there and lower my sanity. Or I'll throw in a clip of what it looks like when like crucifixes are used, because I have clips of that. So I'll show that. I'll put that in like right now.
Yeah, but the first spirit box thing I heard was like a breathing.
All right, so that's what it looks like when the crucifix burns, and that basically just means that the ghost tried to hunt, but the crucifix stopped it. You get 2 uses on the tier 2, 1 use on the tier 1, and then on the tier 3, you get 2 uses, or you can prevent a cursed hunt just once. So yeah.
Oh!
And now we're pretty much all done. I mean, we know the ghost. Perfect game. Only other thing I can really show you is smudge sticks, but if we're not going to get a hunt, I guess all we have is the one from before, so I'll also just throw in another clip of what it looks like using a smudge stick for a hunt.
Well.
Oh.
Come get me, ghost!
I didn't like.
Come get me!
So, I use a smudge stick, and then if you actually are paying attention, it slows the ghost down for a little bit. That's the thing for the tier 2. And then also right there is another example of what it looks like to loop the ghost. So, without further ado, let's see if we were right and go back to lobby. And then there we go. So, that's my demonstration of how to survive hunts, how to get a perfect game. I mean, look at that perfect investigation bonus. You get extra 230. That really helps. And I was doing a custom for that. That's not default. That's why I got that extra 2 times 0.8. All right. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned how to survive hunts through the different ways I just talked about. And if you didn't, there's plenty of other videos to check out by lots of different people. And my next video is going to be about the different unique characteristics of each ghost. And so turn on notifications, like, subscribe, so you don't miss that. And that's pretty much about it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.